We've created this video to try to help answer the question of how to keep a project on track. And so we're using the standard time timesheet in conjunction with the project tracking capabilities of the product. So along the left hand side here you see projects, then you see Monday through Sunday columns, and then the hours that people enter against those projects. So I'm going to switch over to the Project Tasks tab and try to offer some tips and solutions for keeping your projects on track. In this view, you are looking at one single project, you see here, that has a few phases and then the actual tasks underneath that. So two of the biggest things that people want to control on a project are the hours and cost. And so those are the two biggest things in this view. You basically have an estimated duration column, and then you have an actual work column which takes its input from the timesheet. So you can compare the actuals against your estimated durations. You also have the cost columns for your actual costs and your estimated costs, so you can compare those. If you have projects that you do over and over and over again for clients, you can use a tool like this to duplicate your last project and then touch up your estimations for the tasks. And again, these are tasks that you're going to perform over and over again. So over time, the estimate should get fairly close to the actuals. So when the project is over, you should be able to look at each of the tasks, and the actual work that you got from the timesheet should be fairly close to the estimate that you originally had. And so as you do more and more of these projects, you'll make sure that you have the correct tasks and that at the end of the project your estimates line up with your actuals. So that's one way to keep projects on track, just to learn from older projects. Now, if you have a project that you've never done before, this is not one you do over and over again, you've never done it, and there are some unknowns in the project, you might consider putting in some milestones. And so that's what you're seeing here in this task. It's a zero duration task with a date, so you see the diamond over on the right hand side in the Gantt chart. We have sprinkled a few of these throughout the project, and so these basically are times when you can evaluate the status of your project. Find out if all the tasks have been completed, or if you have to add more work for that particular phase or breakdown. It allows you and gives you a chance to evaluate as you move through the project. So that's something that I would recommend. If you're blowing half your milestones, then you probably want to sit down with your team and figure out why. It's perfectly natural to go past schedules, but it's also nice to figure out why that is and to insert tasks to account for that extra time that you're spending. Another thing you can do to keep projects on track is to put in a % warning and a % error. If you put in a warning here, this will pop up a message to the employee telling them that this particular task is nearly complete. And then the error would then actually prevent them from entering any more time. So this is a way for you to keep control of tasks, try to keep them on track and on budget. If you blow through the estimated duration, you may consider updating that, but this is one way for you to keep your projects on track. So hopefully these ideas have helped a little bit. Certainly without a system where you can enter hours against tasks and then compare those with the original estimates, you're really kind of flying blind. So that's sort of the value that we're offering here in Standard Time.